Drug traffickers launder an estimated $1,600 billion a year, almost 3% of global GDP, making the traffic far and away the most lucrative trade for organised crime networks.
Hello and welcome to Discovery Channel's Breaking Barriers. On today's show, we're going to be looking about 3 different drugs in the most lucrative forms. To begin with, we're going to go over some cocaine, which is an extraction of the leaves of the Erythroxylon cocoa bush, which is most native to the Andean Mountains in South America, and most commonly found in the country of Colombia. Now, it comes in 2 main forms, in the powder and crystalline forms. And now in the United States alone, there's an average 2.1 million users actively per year. Now, an interesting fact is, in this sample of Coca-Cola in 1902, there was an approximate 9 milligrams of cocaine found in the substance, which was later returned and extracted so that it had no cocaine back in 1903. Now in 2008, nearly 50,000 kilos of cocaine was seized, which comes to the street value of $1.5 billion. Now, this is a very lucrative and opulent form of raising money for some of these drug dealers, so it's a very profitable business. Now, we're going to go down to the country of Honduras, and we're going to meet with a subject who's going to give us a little bit more information on the drug of cocaine. So, we're here in the southern country of Honduras, and this is where a location of which many of the cocaine headed towards the United States passes by. This is a primal location for dealers and consumers alone to purchase and sell the cocaine for local consummation. And now, I have here one of my friends, and he's going to give us a little insight about the cocaine industry and how it's changed his life. Good sir, what is your name?
Jose.
Can you tell us a little bit about how it's transformed your life?
Well, it changed me, you know. It changed me a lot. Before using cocaine, I was a good man. And after I used cocaine, I started beating my wife out of paranoia. And you know, it was very hard for me and my kid because she suffered a lot. And when I was transporting cocaine from Gracias a Dios to Trujillo, I started killing people when I used cocaine. I killed policemen because out of paranoia, you know. It's one of the effects cocaine causes you on your brain, you know, on your body. It causes you paranoia and it makes you crazy.
Okay, so according to our reports, an estimated 100,000 kilos goes from Colombia to the United States, and the prime place to go through is Honduras. So we're going to go to an interview and find out a little bit more about this interesting and unique drug.
Transporter of El Jefe. He's a very dangerous man. I can tell you his name because it's dangerous. They can kill you and they can kill my family, and it's better not to. Okay, first I started transporting cocaine from Gracias a Dios to Trujillo. And I worked for him 7 years. They were very long. But for the first 2 or 3 years, I didn't use cocaine. I didn't use it. And when I started using cocaine because I had curiosity. And you know, I can speak English very well. So I used it because I had it very available for me. And one time I got 1 kilo, and I put a linea in the rooftop of my car, of my truck, in what the motor is, the motor, and I use cocaine. That's how.
Okay, now after the cocaine section, we're going to move on to some crystal meth. Now, methamphetamine is a drug commonly found in young adult males in the United States with a lower income. Now, this crystal meth can be found in many forms, the most common being in rock form, which is then broken down and that can be injected, smoked, snorted or taken orally. Now, the business for methamphetamine is quite profitable, with over, $25,000 per pound, which adds to an accumulative $100 per gram. This is a very profitable business, and it greatly affects many US Americans today. Now, we're going to have an interview with one subject who's going to give us a little bit more about the matter. So, can you give us your name and why you first started using crystal meth?
My name is Matthias. I started using crystal meth since I was a teenager in high school. The reason for it was, well, I had lots of problems, so I started with marijuana, then I went into cocaine and finally meth. It was a new thing, so I started in cotton.
So, what are the effects of crystal meth?
Well, first I get like a little bit paranoid, my eyes start like itching, and I feel, for a moment it's good because I feel like I'm powerful, I can do anything in this world, but then it's horrible, but I feel the necessity to do it again, and that's why I do it again and again.
So, do you think crystal meth affects the economy in any way, with the amount of money that's distributed amongst sellers and buyers?
Well, it's really expensive. Like, sometimes it cost me a week, like $3,000. It's very expensive. It sure affects economy.